All right, so let's do this. Hopefully, it works all right. The camera's working fine. So this is Andy, Tennis with Andy. We're gonna go over some double strategy real quick. And this is team 1 and 2 versus team 3 and 4. As you know or may not know, I've been coaching dubs the last 6 months, playing dubs for a long time, and just enjoying the game of tennis. All right, so real quick, positioning. This is key. I like the server, who's player number one, to be close to the service line, namely because the ball is likely to come back in the direction of which it was hit. So if you're serving down the middle or body, then it'll give our net person the best chance of picking off that return. The net person, I like her to be midway between the center line and the singles sideline. Oftentimes in doubles, you see players who stay way too close to the doubles alley, and in reality, it's going to be a very hard shot for the receiver to hit into the doubles alley. And you kind of want to bait them to try and go for that shot since it's low percentage. So I like the net person to stay midway between the singles sideline and the center line. How close you stay depends on your reaction speed and your athleticism. I like being close up because it gives me the ability to put away balls a bit better. But if you can't handle that pace close up, you can always move back a little bit. All right. So then we have the receiver. Receiver again stays in a way such that they can cover the T serve as well as a wide serve. And I like to stand a little bit further back and then take 1 or 2 steps in, split step as the server hits the ball, and then take my return. So my weight is going forward. And then we have the hawk, I say, who's number three. So her job is basically to watch number two, because number two is the first line of threat, basically. So if four doesn't return it past number two, then we just have number three has to be ready for to bisect the possible angles that number two can hit the ball. So I like staying at the service line and then maybe a little bit a foot maybe away from the center line. So the serve goes in. It's a pretty decent serve. It goes in down the middle, right? A little bit to the backhand side. Number four has an amazing Djokovic-like backhand. He hits it inside out to number one, gets it past number two, and number one goes to hit the ball, right? So here's another mistake that I see often in doubles, right? So number two and number three, they have their initial positions, and oftentimes we see players just stay static in those positions when it should really be like a seesaw. So I really want to see number two move back and number three move forward, right? So now number three is on offense, and number two again, it's watching number three's movement. If number three uh, stays back, right, then there's no needs for number two to move back. But if number three presses forward, then number two stays back to protect in case number one can't get the ball past number three on the next ground stroke. So there it is. That's a seesaw move, and that's key. And like being able to move up and down, and also make sure you're not overcommitted to the doubles alley. You could shade there a little bit, like number three could shade here since the ball is on the outside, but give them this alley because that's a low percentage play.